Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Josh Halter, owner and founder of the Bldg, and today I have a new product that I'm going to be showing you guys. This is video 1 of 2. So I'm going to be unpackaging Ultimate Nature Systems, the FORESTA integrated Paludarium. Now this thing is an absolute beast and I'm really excited to show it to you. Let's get started. Okay, so we open up the box and let's see how we're packaged up. Wow, look at this, look at that. Intricate, amazing packaging. So here they have the mat. This mat goes underneath the tank itself, so that way no uneven surfaces are created. So it includes their FORESTA line. Very cool. This looks like the lid. It sure is, and you can see here, it is a solid piece of glass. Okay, there's a whole bunch of different stuff in here. So here's the FORESTA mat. This is aquatic and terrestrial plant pads. Essentially, this is the Super Grow that I sell, cut up into 4.5 by 4.5 inch squares, and I'm going to show you guys how to utilize those as well. We have the Atomizer. You guys are super familiar with the Atomizer as well. What we use it for and how it's used, as you've seen in many of my other videos, but I'll be sure to get this set up as well. Now it's time to pull this tank out. Wow. Then here's the tank. So it is a completely front opened enclosure from the top and from the front. The hope is that you have lots of existential things coming out of it to make it look like a really unique backdrop. And then of course, fully filtered and powered with a drip wall. So let's talk about how this works right here. So first thing is first, they have multiple things in here. So you see this was attached to the glass. This is for the Atomizer. So the Atomizer is gonna sit directly in here, and this is the overflow. So pretty straightforward. As you can see, they have a very tiny little pump that pumps the water from the basin. The water goes through here, back into the basin down here. And then as it slowly fills up and does its job, the water is then going to come out of here and flow into this section here. And then as it fills up, it's going to start trickling down around this top part here. And then water will then trickle down to all these little sections here, which I'm going to show you. So my first impression is the pump. I'm not huge on this pump. It's very little. What I've learned are little pumps have a tendency to clog faster, break faster. But we're going to put this to the test, and then we're going to see how well it does work. There's going to be a plug for the filter, or excuse me, the pump that's going to run through the gravity filter and the drip wall. There's going to be a plug for the Atomizer, and then there's going to be a plug for our lighting. So 3 total plugs together. So here you can see the filter pads in the back as well. Heavy, heavy thickness. Good stuff. Okay, this is in here to the nice drip wall. And then last but not least, we have this right here. All right, so when you put the lid on, you can see the Atomizer clip is going here in the middle, and then it's separated out here, okay? So nice and simple. Then you see these 45-degree mitered edges cut from the glass. Your cords come out of here onto the side, okay? Then we have our FORESTA mats, which again, what this is essentially to water wick. It essentially goes right like this. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now, the purpose of this is as the water drips down out of here and the fog drips down out of here, these are going to absorb water, absorb water, absorb water. As they absorb water, you can mount various plants on here, different epiphytes like orchids, margravias, trailing plants, vining plants, bromeliads, the whole nine yards, live mosses, tissue culture mosses, and it'll just take over this background and grow because it is always going to be wet. This is also why they include the line, right? So that way if you do want to mount something on here, you can do that. And I'll show you guys in the next video tips and tricks on how to like drill this and tie plants onto the backs. That way you can't even see the string. That'll be the next video. So then we got the atomizer. So let's work on getting this bad boy opened up. You guys know I love Ultim. I've been really lucky to carry their stuff. So I always recommend keeping the box just so that way you can ensure that your pin and your driver, your backup is there and safe for you. We do sell these as well on the Bldg.com. So then you have the atomizer holder, which is right here. So this is not going to be used with this. So we put that right there. All right. And then we're going to have the plug vacate right out here into the back, which again, as you'll see, look at that. So what I am going to do, so then we have two plugs. So here's the plug for the atomizer, and then here is the plug for the pump. Now, just like that, we are ready to start scaping. But the first thing that I like to do is I like to add a little bit of water because I want to see exactly how well this functions in here. So that way before I start building, I can start seeing how well the water flows in X, Y, and Z. So let's get that done. All right, I put roughly about 2.5 gallons in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my pump. You don't want to plug in your atomizer until your drip wall is flowing because your atomizer cannot run dry. All right, so the plug is pumped in. Now, if you look in the back here, you guys can see that the pump is pulling from the front through the hole that's leading to this reservoir. The pump is then pumping water out of this reservoir here into the very first chamber. And then essentially what's going to happen is all of this back end is going to fill up, which is then going to work out more filtration on either side and eventually come down. All right, I'm going to need to add another half gallon or so right to the top of that reservoir. Okay, as you guys can see, it is now the drip wall is now starting to take form. Time to plug in the atomizer. So, as you can see, we have water flowing. So we have these vents up here that you can clearly see the atomizer is letting the vapor flow downwards from these vents, and then the water that is being filtered via mechanical filtration on both sides here is coming out of these vents right here, trickling down around here, going through this reservoir. So you can see here, this reservoir, I have about 3/4 of an inch exposed. You need to make sure that your reservoir is completely submerged. Just like that. So my plan is to leave about 1 inch of a space between the top and the bottom. And with the simple filtration that we're using, we should be able to easily have no problems keeping some simple fish in here as well, such as neon tetras or guppies or something like that. Okay guys, so I have a Fluval Nano. This is one of their specialized grow lights for small living aquariums and terrariums. So what I'm going to do is you have this nice little light bar here. So light bar, I'm going to take it and I'm going to loosen this up. And this determines my height. I'm going to place it right here. Nice and snug. Then we take the fixture itself, and it has the small hole right by the plug. Put this around. Put this here, and then we're going to take a look and see how well this looks. Okay, and here's where I can mess with the colors, what I want them to be. The atomizer in here is pretty neat, how they have that. Guys, this is really exciting. This is the UNS FORESTA 35E. This is really a unique enclosure. Now, as far as keeping animals in here, this is mainly as a display for your house. This isn't really meant to house animals clearly. There's no lid, there's no front, but it is meant for allow you to be as creative as you want to set up a low maintenance showstopper in your home. You guys know me. My name is Josh Halter. I am the owner and founder of The BioDude. You can visit my website, thebiodude.com. Feel free to come to my showroom here in Houston, Monday through Friday and Saturday, and hit that like and subscribe button. The dude abides.